Hello, boys and girls. This is Michael with Blue Phase Plus. Thanks for tuning in. And today we are replacing the time and chain tensioner on my 1986 Kawasaki Vulcan 750. Um, Basically, I just showed the part number there. There's the old tensioner on the driver's side. I go ahead, I remove those two 10 millimeter bolts and the tensioner pulls right out. Also, the reservoir there has a 10 millimeter bolt and it pops out to where you can access that tensioner. Um, Very important to note that you don't drop or get anything into the engine right there, or your motor will be catastrophic failure. I went ahead and got it kind of adjusted in. I stuck the tensioner in there and kind of backed it out until it was flush with the block, and then I went ahead and torqued in my them two bolts, and then I kind of got it a little snug in there. Very important you don't over tighten it or make it too loose because then your timing chain will come loose and it could cause a catastrophic failure of your engine. So that's why I wanted to talk a little bit about this. I don't uh, want you guys just trying this by yourselves. I do recommend a mechanic to do this for you, somebody who is able to do a proper job. This was an old motorcycle I had. Wasn't worth it to hire somebody to do it. So I wanted to make a video to show you guys how I did it and just give you my opinion. I couldn't find much forums on it. There's a lot of like controversy on it that it needs to be top dead center. And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna even worry about that. I just figured I wouldn't move the bike until I replaced both of them and got them kind of close to where I wanted them. So I made sure the bike was in neutral in a spot where I did not have to move it until this job was done. And then once I got them both tightened in and kind of where I wanted them, kind of just snug. Basically, what I did is I kind of backed it out and I turned it in until I felt a little bit of tension, and I just did a little quarter turn and then I tighten the nut. You can see I actually have the motor on and it's causing it to back out, because once I had them both in where I wanted them, I fired it up and then I actually backed out the thread, and then you can hear the chain rattle, and then I kind of started turning it in, and then you can hear the chatter go away. You can feel it stiffen, and then I just right when I felt that tension and the quiet, I just kind of did a quarter turn, tighten that nut down, and that's where I'm at with it. So that's what I did. The bike quieted down dramatically. It feels like it's running a lot smoother. You can see I'm revving it up in there, and the whole camera's shaking. Oh God. Yeah, it's an old bike, man. So like I said, I wasn't gonna hire anybody, but let's talk about some of the stuff that I've been finding. For example, yeah, this is definitely for informational purposes. Like I said, this is just for you guys to get entertained or whatever, help support my channel. If you haven't liked or subscribed, please check me out. I'll be doing all types of random stuff, and I appreciate your guys' time viewing. There's the old tensioners right there. Those things were garbage. Honestly, this one here on the other side, it was so loud that when I actually pulled the tensioner out, it kind of just like fell out. Um, honestly, I don't even think it was putting any pressure on the chain at all. So I think I definitely, if anything, prevented my engine from becoming catastrophic failure to actually now it has a chance to get some more miles on it. Um, yeah, you can see there's a oil line or something there. I had to take a flathead and just kind of pry that out my way. Be very careful with that. It's definitely a little sketchy, but I got it done. And so let's go ahead and talk about this. I went and I found somebody. They said, don't remove a tensioner without first ensuring that related cylinder is on top dead center on the compression stroke. Otherwise, an open valve can close under the pressure of its spring, spinning the camshaft and slipping the timing. Important to note that there is absolutely nothing to prevent this chain from slipping on the gear other than gravity and the friction, neither of which are guarantees in situation. So, very sticky situation. I took a chance on this. It worked out for me. I don't recommend you guys. I recommend you guys getting professional. And here, somebody also said, me see. What does this guy say? Okay, somebody else said, if I were unsure of doing this procedure, I would get a quote from a shop before starting. The way you can make an informed decision on whether you should try this or pay the professional and be covered if a mistake were to happen. There again, so disclaimer, where you know what I'm saying, this is informational, just entertainment purposes only. So um, if you guys can pause anywhere, if you guys, want to look at something or get a closer look, if you have any comments, please feel free to leave below. I'll do the best to answer any of your guys' questions. Um, okay, this is the guy I liked, to be honest. So this is what I did. I found this one and I said, you know what, I'm going for it. This guy said, you do not need to have the engine in any specific position. Just make sure you do not turn it with the tensioners removed. I wouldn't even move it in neutral. If it were to slip into gear it could cause the chains to come off the sprockets since they are not under tension. Yes, the dimple on the chain guide is normal. I would not even consider using anything but TOC tensioners. They are cheaper than the stock tensioners. I had to remove the coolant now where we at? The coolant reservoir to install the rear one, but it fit right back in the way without any spacers. The way I did mine was remove the reservoir. Okay, here we are. Okay. Remove the seat and remove the old tensioners. Screw the lock nut up close to the head on the new TOC tensioners and screw both tensioners in. You should be able to tell when they are fairly tight, then back them out one turn. Leave the lock nuts alone for now. Start the engine and get down on your knees on the left side of the bike in the position you can reach and turn both tensioners at the same time. That way the reason we're moving the seat with the engine at idle is so you can adjust both tensioners. So that's what I basically went ahead and did. I found this and I went ahead and took that advice and I went for it. Like I said, if anything were to happen, it's my fault. And the only other thing I worry about is if maybe I didn't do it right and the engine lock up on me and I can go down on it, which is you know a very dangerous situation. So I would definitely recommend a professional opinion. Like I said, always ride safe, respect the road, and I just want to thank you guys. This went ahead and thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you guys' your views and time. Please like or subscribe if you would like. If not, have a great day. Thanks, guys. Take care. God bless.